First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Mexico City Diablos and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 39-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Set. Man, T. Gotta get the stop here, D. Man left, man left. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Now a first down throw. Watson escaping the pressure right and avoids the contact by sliding. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on second down. Watson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Now here's Ross. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will take over.
Here we go. Whee! I know he ain't got it. Check. Lucky.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Move.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
We own them. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Check 93's the mic. 5-2 on here. Here we go. Hey, Zoo.
On first down, here's Breida. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Right. He's talking about you. 5-9. 3 down. Hey, Haywood. I'm going back to you.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brings up third down and 11.
Third and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Wentz going to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now they'll run it with Cohen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing on third down, Watson being chased out left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's out right at the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
This is set. 19. Let's go, Heavy. 24. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Time go.
On first down, it's Watson. And the catch made by Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On to the second quarter, Mexico City in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On to the second quarter, Mexico City in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
52 to Mike, boy, 52.
From the gun, here's Watson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson forced out to his left. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
First down, a run with Cohen. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Watson completes it to the tight end, Kittle. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. And facing a very tough 3rd and 19 here after both of those running plays went backwards. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That one good for 24 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe, Five.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they've ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's get there. Where's your ball? 52. 52's the mic. Me and you on deck. On deck. I'm coming after you.
Out of the gun, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what...
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan. There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Wentz. He gets it to Thomas. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 180! 57. Hey, Charlie!
93's the mic. 93's the mic. Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump.
Hey, kill it. Hey, Ford, don't kill it.
93's the mic.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Hey, seam 6.
Working from the gun. Wentz into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He gets this one to Johnson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wentz. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Man 5-7.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 51's the Mike, boy. 51. You remember me. Let's go, baby. Right here, guys.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
The final shot before the break. Watson is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 180.
It's our time. It's our time.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
It's our time.
This is Breida. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 44-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Hey, other side, solid, solid.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. All day, punt.
Here, shift. Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. That is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Here, shift.
Mike's 59. Come on, baby.
Wentz now to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Montez Sweat in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, Watson. The open man is Shark. It's complete. There he goes left side. And all the way in for the touchdown. DJ Chark His second touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
You bet. Kill.
SOS. Check, 93's the mic, 93's.
Kill.
Let's get this. Check,
Black.
93's the mic. I'm coming up.
Here's Wentz to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go.
657. Hey, Delta.
I'm coming.
Throwing his Wentz. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tony Brown there on the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here we go. Waiting.
Check. Watch 54.
Kill.
It's going to be a long day.
Go.
Long day.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 120.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Great 15, great 15.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Let's go, D.
Check,
Hey,
93's
Alpha.
the mic. Coming to you, coming to you. Check, 93's the mic.
Now Wentz on third down. They're going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. When they need to play on third down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put two men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Check. Ball, try. 59. Stick it up. 59. Slam.
They'll run here with Tavon Austin. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll keep it on the ground. Austin, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check 13. Check.
On third down, it's Austin, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
First down, Diablos.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the 50, it's Watson. He finds Austin complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. He'll get a couple yards on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Set. 19. Here we go. I 31. Watch twist. 54.
Here's Watson. steps away to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Hey, 59!
Check, check. Mike, check, 59.
Now it's Watson. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Good step. 19!
Go, Jack, let's go. We got this.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Keep 15.
Out of the backfield, it's Austin. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it third and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. Here's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left. As they call the timeout defensively. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Tavon Austin, his 6th touchdown of the season, and his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Check him out. Check the car. Mark, 59, Mark. Check.
657.
Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time.
Hey, Echo.
Let's get off the field.
Mike, check.
Wentz to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
Hey, orbit.
Pretty quiet.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
Sunday.
59, Mike. 59.
What's that?
Back to throw, Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, exit.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Bravo.
Night, sweetheart.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Montez Sweat, and an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Watson now to throw. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. Some under pressure, and they got to him again. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Watch the run, watch the
Ram.
alert flare, flare.
Wentz going to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. John Ross, 83 yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there.
This is it. 19.
Stay with your man.
That's 55.
That's it. Right 52, right 52.
And Watson's going to throw it here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Greedy Williams picks it off. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Check 88. Check 88. Single receiver.
Hey, Red 5-2, out here.
Over there. Single receiver.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
On first down, Wentz. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here we go. Waiting. Ricky. 5'9", 5'9".
Throwing on first is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Montez Sweat in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Waiting.
Watch the slant.
The great 57.
93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Run.
He's coming.
We got double up. Here, shift.
One final try now for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom! Sack, baby. Sack.
Ready, set, ready, T! Ready, set, ready, T! 59. Down and go. Ready, set, ready, T! 54. Down and go. Ready, set, ready, T! Down and go! Ready, set, ready, T! 59, 59. Down and go! Ready, set, ready, T! Down and go! Ready, set, ready, T! 26! Ah! Ready, set, ready, T! Out and go! Ready, T! At 54!
Haywood, Haywood.
Down and go! Ready, set! Ready, T! Alert!
Delta, Delta.
Down and go! Reset, like 88! At 59!
High 7, high 7.
Out and go! Reset, ready, T! 55! Down and go! Reset, ready, T! 24! Down and go! Reset, ready, T! At 59!
6.
Out and go! Gonna set, grenade, T! 54 is down, he's coming. Down and go! Gonna set, grenade, T! At 24.
Wahoo.
Down and go! Reset! Grenade T! High alert!
Zoom, zoom.
Out and go! Reset! Grenade T! 54!
Orbit, orbit.
Out and go! We're set. Good 18. Hey, 54. Hey, alert, alert.
Fuzz, fuzz.
Dino, go. We're set. Good 18. Hey, 24.
Topper, topper.
Hey, 59! Dino, go! Finish the set! Good 18! Hey, 59! 59!
Go.
Dino, go! Finish the set! Good 18! 55! Hey, 31!
Shorty, shorty.
Dino, go! Finish the set! Good 18! 59, 59! Hey, 54! Dino, go! Finish the set! Good 18! Hey, 55!
Ball trot.
Dino, go! Good set! Good 18! Hey, 59! Hey, 54!
Off, off.
Ah! Good set! Good 18! 24! Hey, 31!
Bravo.
Alpha, go! Good set! Good 18! 64!
Smoke, smoke.
'54! Hey, 59!
Echo, echo. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Hey, 55!
Exit.
Dino, go! Finish the set! Good 19! Alert! 59!
Haywood, Haywood.
Dino, go! Finish the set! Good 18! 54! Alpha, go! Finish that! 19! Dino, go! Finish the set! 19! Hey, 55! 59, 59.
Delta, Delta.
$26. And let's go. Reset. Grenade T. High 54. High 54.
61. Match box. Light. High 7, high 7.
Out, let's go. Reset. Grenade T. High 59. Alert.
2-6.
Down, let's go. Reset. Reset. Grenade T. High 59. Down, let's go. Reset. Like 88. 55.
Wahoo.
Out, let's go. Reset. Grenade T. 26. 24.
Zoom, zoom.
Out, let's go.